Hello everyone, my name is Charlene. Welcome to my channel, How Law Brings Business. So today is my second video. I'm going to talk about how to use the startup approach to identify some business opportunities in the law industry. So usually when I talk about startup mindset, from my understanding, how startup works is that the founder would need to find a problem that exists in the current industry or exists in the current practice or system or the business environment. And then they will see if the group of people who who are facing these kind of issues and problems have a need to solve the problems, or like if they're willing to pay to solve the problem. Let's put it in this way. So what they will do is they will provide a business solution to those people, and those people will be their potential clients. And the solutions is a business solution. Usually it's some kind of product or some kind of service that can actually help the target customers. Okay, so let's talk about some issues that lawyers are facing, or you, or maybe it's not an issue, but I can give it as an example. So there's a lot of conferences and meetings in the law industry. For example, the lawyers need to meet clients who the clients usually would talk about some kind of legal issues that they're facing, and they're expecting the lawyers to provide them some solutions or advice in regards to best possible outcome, something like that. And most of the advice are done like orally. Like most of the time, it's like there will be a discussion between the lawyer and the client. Sometimes the client will request a written advice, a written perspective, but most of them are done like orally first, and then there will be a formal response in writing, or maybe the lawyer just start proceeding straight away according to their advice. So that's kind of meeting that you have with your clients as a lawyer. And secondly, the lawyer will also talk to barristers. At this point, it will be discussions about the legal issues, or, for example, evidence, or how to progress the case, or what kind of strategy. So this will be more technical. And also, lawyers will talk to some third parties, engage with the proceedings to obtain documents, evidence, or talk to an expert to seek expert opinions on certain topics. These kind of informations are extremely valuable to the legal practice, and most of the time that there will be a junior person taking notes for all these conversations. Either it's made by phone call, or like it's an in-person meeting, or now we're using Microsoft Teams. So usually a senior lawyer will be in charge, and the junior person will just sitting next to the senior lawyer and taking notes and make file notes with date and time and people, attendees, and in the context of the conference, like the conversation. So, it, so if you're using a junior person to take notes, there are clearly advantages and disadvantages. So advantages are that their hourly rates are cheaper, which is much better than letting the senior lawyer to do the notes, because making notes is very time consuming, and potentially it will make the bill very high, which will scare the client away. But for the junior people, they can therefore learn how senior people manage this kind of meeting conversations, and they can learn and develop their legal skills, which can help them to become a better lawyer. However, so most of the junior solicitors, they have a limited understanding of the matter, and they may not be very clear about the legal issues. So sometimes when even though they take notes, but their notes are not correct, or like they miss the point, which will potentially be an issue in the future when the senior people wants to look back the notes. As I said, that most of the informations in the conferences are very valuable. for the legal matter. So if we have a very reliable dictating software or like conference recording software that can turn the discussion into a script or into a file note, I think that will be an amazing idea, and depends on how much it costs and how much the firm or the client willing to pay for it. Let's say at the hourly rate of a paralegal that the law firm charge for to the public is like $200 an hour. If it takes the paralegals more than an hour to do a file note, then basically you're paying more than 200 for that file note. And it happens in the court hearing as well. So we have there is a company that produce transcript for the court hearing, and to be honest, it's quite expensive, and every time we have to pay to get the file note, which is a big part of the disbursement cost for the client as well. So if there is a very reliable technology that can recognize human voices and put it into a script and making sense, it will be a very good solutions. And I think that it really depends on how much this kind of technology will cost, but it will greatly facilitate the legal practice and also helping the client as well. So if you are the client, will you be willing to pay for a transcript made by human or like a junior lawyer, or you prefer to have a copy of the notes made by the machine? Okay, this is my second video. I mean, there is still a gap between to what degree a software can do and to what degree a human can do. I'm just wondering whether like even a very worst junior person can do better than a machine, or like a machine can easily beat human being in that task. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy it. This is my second video. Follow me.